The Duke Ellington School of the Arts has provided innovative arts education to students from all wards of the nation's capital for over 45 years. The Arts Department at Ellington provides a thorough, comprehensive training ground for young people who seek to pursue an artistic career. Students are challenged to push themselves and inspired to excel in one of the 8 creative disciplines: dance, instrumental music, literary media and communications, museum studies, technical design and production, theater, visual arts, and vocal music. Our talent-based admission process promotes academic achievement as well as artistic excellence.
The mission of Duke Ellington School of the Arts is to nurture and support students who have an aptitude in the arts. But really the heart of Ellington is to give access to those underserved communities who have historically been excluded from arts education.
Success in the arts ignites student self-esteem and their desire to succeed in academic as well as creative disciplines. In addition to the dynamic arts program, Duke Ellington School of the Arts provides academic courses that are robust and rigorous in preparation for college and beyond. Our school's rigorous academic curriculum offers many advanced placement courses, and our impressive standardized testing results are competitive with those of our DCPS selective public school counterparts.
Yes, the pandemic, learning from home, virtual learning, all of it has been a challenge. But that's the one great thing about our community. We always rise and hit that challenge face on. We have a 96% attendance rate, which is really almost unheard of during this time. But also in things like ELA, English, we came in number 2 in the district for our unit assessments. And then for math, we were number 3. But here's a really interesting piece of this. We are the only school that was in the top 3 for both English and in math. But not only are our kids doing phenomenal in their academic practices, our community has found a way to engage in the arts, and which is why it's so needed to make sure we have the tools necessary for our kids to excel.
In recent years, Ellington has graduated 100% of our students, compared to an average graduation rate of 65% for DC public high schools. College admission rates vary between 98 to 100%. Our scholarships for our students often top $11 million to schools like Juilliard, Yale, University of Southern California, Howard, NYU, North Carolina School of the Arts, Oberlin, and George Washington University, just to name a few.
It truly takes a village, a community to make things happen. And so for Ellington, our partners are DCPS, the Kennedy Center, and also GW, along with the Ellington Fund and DSAP, which makes up the whole of our community. At Duke Ellington, we offer several different avenues to support students for college readiness. Because we're a dual curriculum school, we can't just have one way to support our kids. So our school counselors do all the traditional supports to help kids apply to colleges, but we also have an arts counselor who is responsible to make sure that kids know what should be included in their portfolio, which conservatories and universities to support their particular arts. In addition to supporting our kids, we also support our parents. We have grade level supports starting in sophomore year, understanding that they have to get prepared for scholarships and preparing for financial aid. And so for the kids to be successful, we know that the parents have to be supported as well. So we support the whole unit in trying to get these young people to their dreams. At Ellington, we believe that supporting children's mental health and wellness is just as important as what we give them artistically and academically. That we know that a kid, young person, even adults can't really be their full actualized self if they're struggling with concerns related to their mental health. So we have school counselors, we have social workers, we have a full-time psychologist, but we also have partnerships with other entities such as the Boris Law Intensive Foundation, which is really critically important during this time of the pandemic. Typically, we have about 25 kids or so who are referred for services in a particular advisory. This year, during the shutdown and kids learning from home, we had over 100. So 25 to 100. And so we knew that if we had to do something to support our community. And so we were able to bring in some additional services, psychologists, wraparound services, and monthly we're doing check-ins with our kids to make sure that they are not just surviving, but thriving during this pandemic.
Duke Ellington alumni are leaders in their field. They entertain, inspire, and help shape the world around them, champions of the arts. Our alumni are committed to preserving the legacy of their beloved alma mater.
Our kids also have experiences that they couldn't get anywhere else. We have master classes. People like Yo-Yo Ma, Misty Copeland come to speak to the kids directly. And even last year when alumni Dave Chappelle came, he did a master class and found someone for each department to support our kids and to see what it looks like on the other side, right? And so when you think about Ellington and the experiences and the opportunities, you know, a bit biased, but it can't be matched by any other high school, in my humble opinion. The Ellington Fund is our nonprofit arm of our institution. They were initially created to give students those extras to participate in the arts. So toe shoes that were needed, or reads, experiences like field trips. So all those things that enrich our students' experiences. Unfortunately, when the gap occurred between Ellington and our salaries as it relates to DCPS, the fund is now starting to pick up things like operation costs and supporting salaries for our faculty and staff, which was not the initial intent of the fund. The Duke Ellington School of the Arts is firmly committed to preparing its students for the demands of a changing global society, to give them the tools they need for success in their future education, artistic, and professional endeavors. DC government pays only part of the cost of our dual curriculum program. Private funding is essential to Ellington's talented arts faculty members who are paid on average 35% less than the faculty at other DC public schools, which equates to roughly $3.7 million. Therefore, we need your support to continue to provide a world-class arts education to our youth. We are Duke, and we love you madly. So we had an opportunity with our partners at the Kennedy Center. It was the Hamilton Ed Festival. And we won. We were in the top 5 for the whole nation and got to go on to the next level. But that day, character spoke, not just our kids' artistic ability. There were some other schools who were present and they weren't as prepared. They didn't have the same opportunities our kids had. And the other schools were laughing, heckling. And to this day, it always hits me here, our kids started to encourage those kids on the stage that were struggling. They started to clap, they cheered, and told them to keep going. So our students who could have been arrogant because they were so well prepared and they were excellent in their performance, they took the high road and supported those who were struggling. And that is what we do. That is what this is about. And so I was immensely proud of our kids that day.